We all need to be kind to each other. We get more done when we're kind to each other. Don't be tainted by these people out here, okay? Because once you make a person that has done you wrong conform you into being just like them, they won.
They won.
They definitely won. Welcome back, everybody, to the Just in a Know podcast, where we make knowledge your strongest weapon.
What's up, folks? We hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome back. As you already know, your boy Just over there, your boy Nas over here. And today, I want to get into something that's a little bit personal and a little bit in our feelings, but I think it's about time we speak on this. And what it is that we're speaking on is for all my beautiful people out here, for all my good-hearted, genuine, selfless people who aren't only about hurting others for the sake of their own benefit. This one's for you.
Now, today we're going to talk about not allowing the world and the harshness of everything that's going on, all the stressors, to corrupt you from being a kind-hearted and good person. Everybody has I guess it's a new thing to say, I'm heartless. The world has done me wrong, so I'm going to do everybody and treat everybody bad. It's not good. It's not good for society. How do I say? We don't progress ahead by being bad to each other or mistreating other people. We do better when we're all in synergy and we're all, like-minded, and we're all trying to help each other out. So regardless of the sense of whatever you have going on in your life, and don't matter how people have treated you, you still have to make an effort to be that good person, because at the end of the day, you're still going to be judged based on your character.
Yeah, I'm a little bit uncomfortable, but for good reasons, because it's kind of been something that's been on my mind a lot recently, especially, I don't want to say just in the recent immediate past, few months. I'm talking about recently as in I haven't really been able to discuss in detail or let it out kind of vent kind of thing to anybody around me, because growing up, we're kind of formed into these cold creatures due to the unfortunate circumstances of our society as it stands today, which the good people just get corrupted. It's like one bad apple ruins the whole bunch. It's kind of one of those things. And I'm at an age, I feel like I'm at a point in my life now where all the people, or majority of the people that I knew that were genuine and selfless and loving and kind and good-hearted, I don't want to say they're necessarily just flipped the switch and turned evil, but they've definitely kind of let go of the things, or some of the things that made them such a good person, a respectable person, a person that when they come to mind, you're like, this person's amazing. Honestly, like, they're as good as they come. It's hard to find another person as genuine as them, as loving as them. And I think it's kind of, it's sad, honestly, that we're forced, in a sense. I don't really believe we're forced, but I'm gonna just use that word for, for the sake of the discussion, to just lock the good side of us, the kind heart that we have, and we gotta kind of just like shut it up. And we convince ourselves, in order to progress, in order to achieve the things that we have in our minds, that we have to become like the next person who's, selfish, who doesn't care about nobody but themselves, who's willing to hurt people for their own gain. Those type of behaviors are so common nowadays. And for my good people out there, I just want to share with you that for the sake of your own sanity, for the sake of your own peace, for the sake of life treating you good in the long run, not just a momentary gain of, getting a whack office job, or feeling like you're getting ahead in life by taking these baby steps towards, on the financial ladder, which you might be convinced go hand in hand with being cold-hearted. That's not really the case, and I think we should try to continue to be good. And I want to go into how we should protect ourselves because it's very hard. What I'm saying is not easy. It's hard to be a good person and feel like you're always getting stepped on, right? But I want you to start off with this. I want us to talk about ways that you could continue to be good regardless of the situation around you and kind of have how to deal with it going unappreciated, unnoticed, disrespected, unreciprocated, those sort of things.
Okay. So, in ways of allowing yourself to be a good person throughout and through in, just know in the retrospect of things that your good actions are being seen. Maybe you might not think of that right now, but in the long term, you're going to be known as the nice person. So just because another person has treated you wrong does not mean that it's acceptable for you to treat others that way. Because at the end of the day, you are your own person. And you must be able to treat everyone like a blank slate. Because you never know. By you getting corrupted, you become just as bad as the person that tried to hurt you. And it's a thing about being aware by protecting yourself. You don't ever try to give off too much of yourself, but you try to be courteous. You try to be respectable, you know, try to be firm at the end of the day and be truthful in what you do, but don't give up too much of yourself. Because usually when people get hurt is when they overextend too much of themselves, usually too quickly. And then the person takes advantage of the situation. And then that's when you get hurt. But just like being professional in, let's say you being a cashier, you may have, a bad day. Another person might have, cursed you out or talked to you bad in front of your face and all those things. It doesn't mean that the next customer that you have to treat them the same way or lash out on the next customer because the last customer was cursing you out. That person has nothing to do with what that other person did. We all have to own up to our own actions. And by you treating that person wrong, now how they're gonna feel their day. They will try to probably came off as good energy towards you, and then now you gave bad energy towards them because of somebody else. You let that person get to you so bad that your true self is now diminished. And that's something that everyone has to understand, that in life, we all have ups and downs. Not everyone out here is looking to be nice. We have some terrible people in this world. But if you're in your heart a good person, understand that it will not go unnoticed.
Yeah, I want to expand on the customer analogy you used because basically how I understood it was that next customer. And I like the fact that you use customer because they're not really too personal to us, as a if you were a cashier, they're not, there's not really no personal relationship between them. Anyway, that next customer could have been somebody who reinvigorated you and brought a moment of goodness, a moment of happiness, of excitement, a moment of respect back into your day. And because you let that last person influence, make you feel like, oh, I don't want to be nice anymore. My whole day's ruined. Now I'm going to be an asshole the rest of the day. Because you let that happen and that thought enter your brain and poison your mindset, now the next customer who could have possibly brought some goodness to your day, you already shut the door on that possibility because you're going into that next interaction, that next exchange with the bitterness of the previous one. So to expand on that even a little bit more, I feel like we should know, and it's hard to figure out. None of this is easy. It's not just, you just speak on it and, you just wake up one day and it all clicks. But through trial and error, through life experiences, through growth, through maturity, through patience and being calm, cool, collected, and putting, actually giving it the thought of it, intending to execute this, then hopefully becomes easy. But what I've been doing recently is I've been trying to master the art of, we live in a society where it's like respect is earned, it's not given. And me personally, I think that's what's fucking up a lot of what's going on nowadays. That's what's making a lot of people cold shouldered and evil and, selfish. Because I'm a firm believer of sort of the opposite. And not a 180-degree opposite, but in a way, basically, I think everybody deserves respect until proven otherwise. Once they show you they don't deserve the respect, you don't have to become evil or bitter or harmful or have, bad intentions for them, but you could just remove yourself from that environment, remove yourself from, whatever you have to, whatever the connection is between you and said person that doesn't deserve the respect, you could remove yourself from that. I don't think you should wait till somebody proves that they deserve respect to respect them. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
so that means basically what that encourages is starting every relationship, every interaction on the wrong foot, and then let them take your bad start and try to prove to you that they deserve good from you. That shit don't make no sense, bro.
It doesn't.
You respect every individual. You respect every situation, whatever you're doing, whatever task you're doing, every journey. It doesn't even have to be a person. Whatever you are embarking in, business venture, life venture, whatever it is, you treat it with respect until you no longer see it's deserving of your respect. So,
And I would say this. You like always doing these school analogies. So let me just give you one school analogy here.
I'm a sucker for school, bro.
Say if you're a teacher, right? Put yourself as a teacher. You are the ultimate and final judge of who you let in and out of your life. Everyone that comes to you has a blank paper, a blank test. Everyone can score differently. You have the decision on whether, because you're the person that gives the answers and you're the person that has the answers to the questions on the test. You give the passing or failing grade. But you can't treat people, right, such them coming into your life with them already being graded. Because you never know what kind of answers people have for you. By you already giving them a failing grade, you may never know that they could probably have an answer to a question that you've had for your entire life that makes yours a better one. And you would never know if you treated everyone the exact same by, shutting them out and, giving them a failing grade because other people have failed your tests and so forth. Everybody's a different person. So you got to take it as such, be aware, and then do things as you should with those people and just watch. And that's the thing of psychology too. You have to be aware of other people's situation also, of why it led to that too. You can't just be, oh, it's about me and, that person might be going through some things too. And that's probably why it led for them to be such a way, and you could be more understanding. And that's the problem with us nowadays. We're becoming less and less understanding of each other. And that's the things that we definitely have to stop. Because we're not compatible with each other because we choose not to understand others. And we have to be an understanding, community for us to move forward and be better with each other.
Yeah, I kind of relate it to the atmosphere since we live so close to the city.
Yeah.
New York City, for those who don't know or are unaware. Anyway, you know how in New York there's, we understand New Yorkers as these people who are so fast paced. They walk through the streets, everybody's in a rush. And then you go down south and it's like the complete opposite. People smile at each other and say hello. And it goes to show that a lot of it has to do with the actual environment we're in. Like, I feel like even if you take some of those, joyful people from down south and you throw them into New York for a couple of years, they're kind of bound to, pick up those little, those little nuances that New Yorkers got going on. And honestly, it kind of sucks because we lose that camaraderie. We lose that, that willingness to find smiles, to find good exchanges, joyful moments between two random humans. Like, it doesn't have to be somebody that you're so close with, that you love to death, for you to just be a common, decent human being
Of
and be
course.
respectful of them. And for those people who always do feel like you're getting stepped on or you're getting taken advantage of, or, people spit in the face of your good heart, sorry to break it to you, that is going to be the case in a lot of your interactions. A lot of people that come across, that come into your life, visitors, whether you see them long term, short term, one interaction, 10 interactions, a lot of people are going to try to diminish and abuse and disrespect the fact that you're a good person, and they're going to try to gain from that. How can I gain from this person? A quick gain, take a step forward, benefit from this person, and then just leave them high and dry.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to take that approach, and I'm sorry to tell you guys that, but that doesn't mean that you should let go of that goodness that you have in your heart and turn into a piece of, just like that person who caused you some pain or some discomfort or some displeasure with their interaction with you. What I'm trying to say is, try to limit the damage that it has on you. If a person is gonna, disrespect or let your good heart, your good behavior, your respectfulness, your selflessness go unappreciated, let them just do it once and continue on. There's plenty of good people still left in this world, but the problem is we suppress that until we find somebody who we think is this gem, whether it's a significant other, whether it's a best friend, whether it's a person we refer to as our uncle. We wait till we're the closest of people to them to try to start revealing and showing and expressing that goodness that we have. And I think that stops other good people from displaying their good, their genuine, loving behavior and their good qualities, because the good people are suppressing all the goodness they have in them, while these sour people are getting to express all the evil that they have in them. And then the good people meeting the bad people, it's always the good people who are conforming and just joining it in their charade. You know
And
what I'm
it's
saying?
never
Because,
the other
like,
way.
or now we're both gonna be bad people for the time that we're together. And now I'm trying to get one up on you, and you're trying to get one up on me. And I know that you know that you know that you know. When you could have just remained a good person, eliminated that bad person from your environment, from your life, whatever it is, and on to the next one. Don't spend too much time. Don't convince yourself that I'm gonna convert this person into a good-hearted, genuine person like myself. And also, don't let them take advantage of you. Just do what you gotta do with no shame, without feeling like you gotta conform to the societal norms. It seems normal that everybody's just stepping on the next person. Best friend stepping on best friend, brothers getting one up on their blood brother. Shit like that is way too common nowadays.
Yeah.
And we hear way too much of it. It's getting kind of scary. And I really want to express, and I really want to, touch and, pound on the fact that it's okay to be a good person, and you shouldn't shy away from that. And you shouldn't find reason to not remain and not keep up that goodness that you're displaying. Just find a different way to express it. Find different times. Don't let somebody step on it. Don't let somebody abuse it. And hopefully, throughout time and experience, and life experiences and maturity and new relationships and new brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever camaraderie, you'll find a few people that genuinely appreciate it off the go, off the rip. And and you just stick to that, and you guys embrace that, and just don't let the evilness of the world poison you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Honestly, there's one thing that I always used to ask myself as a kid, and I always looked up to my parents and stuff like that. And I always asked the question because when we're born, we always come as a complete blank, untainted slate.
Yeah.
I always ask myself, why do adults get so serious from the playful, energetic and more how do I say, more happy versions of themselves, and they become so distraught and so sour and so strict with their demeanor. And actually growing up now, I understand why, because the world, you know, through in and throughout shows you certain things that diminish that innocence that you have. you know. And it's a fighting battle. We're not saying that, you know, it's easy to just be kind all the time, but you know, don't let it overall like the put like this. Simple case. Don't let you being kind be overshadowed by how you act, being closed off and being sour and being, you know, not open for other people. Like you're gonna have your times where you're gonna feel like you need to be closed off and you need to protect yourself and you need to be, you know, I guess selfish.
Sheltered.
Yeah, sheltered. But don't let that overshadow your kindness because you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. No one can do this life by themselves. And what is more easier to work with? A person that is kind or a person that is mean and sour?
If you need the answer to that, this one's not for you.
At all. You're probably one of those sour people that's miserable right now. But besides the point, we all need to be kind to each other. We get more done when we're kind to each other. Don't be tainted. Don't be tainted by these people out here, okay? Because once you make a person that have done you wrong conform you into being just like them, they won.
They won.
They definitely won. Anything that you want to say?
Yeah, I just want to add, I guess, the finishing touches is I'm not saying go around all, you know, jolly and joyful for no reason and to anybody. And, you know, like, even if somebody meets you with, you know, some sternness or some, you know, bad vibes or negative energy, just be this unreal person that's not disturbed by it at all and just be so happy that they can't even tell. Like, no, I'm just saying, pick the spots in which you're expressing the cold nature that we see so often. It's nobody's saying to just be good and genuine 24/7. It just actually embrace that you're good and genuine 24/7. And when you're met with the pessimistic outlook, the person, the narcissist, when you're met with such behavior, just let it be as minimal as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Let it be as small of an interaction as it can be, and don't let it poison and conform you into being like them for X amount of time in the future, for however long. Now, you know, the last 2 years I've been dealing, you're in high school, you've been bullied, blah, blah, whatever the case is. And now you go into college, like, oh yeah, I'm just going to be a dick to everybody. Like that, you don't want to do that. But also when you're in high school and you're getting bullied, just know to protect your goodness, you got to meet that narcissism, let it take its 2-3 minutes of your life. And this bullying analogy applies to all aspects of life. But whenever you're met with that narcissistic personality, that behavior, let it take its 2-3 5 minute period of your day and answer to that for the time being to protect yourself from harm, but not that it's going to translate into your future behavior. You know, just let it take its moment and then let it pass. Don't let it stick. Don't let it stay and stain your heart and stain your brain for the future, for the unforeseeable future.
Yeah. As in a sense of you being a kind-hearted person, if you are allowed to be corrupted by the other people that treat you wrong, you're going to become a person that's going to treat others wrong, and you're going to live your life in a state of misery because, you know, you are how you act and you think how you are. So understand that once you become this person, your whole life gets turned around. So if you have a positive, like everybody says, you know, protect your energy. That's a big thing in this culture and space right now. Protect your energy. Don't let the people with negative energy taint your positive energy. You have a positive outlook on life, positive things will be attracted to you and will come to you. That's all I'm going to say. Guys, please stay positive. Please stay kind. Your actions are being seen at all times. And trust me, one day it will all be worth it.
It all makes sense in the long term. Later on down the road in life, I'm sure there's gonna come a point in our life where the most thing that we really seek every day is being, content, pleased with our behavior, our our state of mind, our state of happiness, of calmness, all those things. And the only way to really, really get there in good shape in one piece is throughout the process, sticking true to your good identity, your good genuine soul, and not letting people destroy it. If you gotta suppress it for a few minutes every day, it's okay. Just make sure it doesn't, rot. Don't let that goodness in you rot, and spread love, not hate.
Yes, yes, yes. So this has been another episode of the Just to Know podcast where we make knowledge your strongest weapon. Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, please give us a subscribe because all we're trying to do is trying to help you throughout your journey in life and make you a better person by each and every day. Also, if you're listening to this on any of the podcasts, whether that be Spotify, Amazon Music, or Apple Podcasts, please give us a follow. All we're trying to do is help people. So,
Yeah, if you're a good person, like, comment, subscribe. If you're a bad person, get off our video, please. Thank
yes,
you.
please. We don't need any bad energy around here. All positive vibes. You guys have a good day. Peace.
Peace.